Okay, the Mike. So a big weekend this weekend. We're back at Plough Lane, but it's the final home game of the season. It's quite incredible how quickly it's come around, isn't it?
Yeah, last one already. It comes around quick, doesn't it? So, yeah, all the preparation that went into the competition, and then the slow start that we get off to, the injuries and the turmoil that we've been through, and we feel like we're finally gaining some traction now. We're getting some decent performances in there, and it's over. But yeah, last big one, and just encourage everybody to get down, really.
Yeah, and with the players itself, as you mentioned, we felt we've got better as the season has gone along. Now I know it is long and hard, and there's some battered and bruised bodies in there who probably do want a bit of a rest. But there must be part of you that doesn't want this season to end, because it just feels like we are getting better and better.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the ironic thing, really. It took us so long to get up to speed, but I think performances have showed that we're. Listen, we haven't picked up loads of results, have we? But we've picked up many good performances. So it's just a shame now that we feel like it's just coming together and it's just ending. So at the same time, like you said, we've got blokes that are hanging on with a thread. I think what people have got to appreciate is that for us as a group, we've never played at this intensity as a group. There's a couple of individuals there that have played in fits and starts across their career. Reece Kennedy is an established player, but even Reece himself will tell you he hasn't played 60 minutes a week throughout his career. He's had to do that this year. On average, because of our poor start, we've been averaging around 80 tackles more per game. Which you don't want to be doing, and that takes its toll as well. So it's been a long season in that regard, in terms of the punishment the boys have been through in terms of the bodies. But at the same time, collectively as a group now, the way we're playing and the belief that's coming through the boys now is there, and it's a shame that, like you say, it is ending, and this is the last time we'll get to showcase it in Wimbledon.
I mean, on the recent performances at Plough Lane, of course, you had that fantastic win over Catalan, but also the performances against Warrington and Lee. I suppose the challenge now is to take all the good things from those two defeats and see if we can replicate that once again against a Leeds team who are now really pushing and fighting for those playoff positions.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's luck of the draw at times as well, isn't it? And I know that Leeds they're flying at the minute. Brad Arthur's come in and done a fantastic job, and it just so happens that they're coming here with lots of purpose, as did Lee at the weekend. At the start of the year, they were busted with quite a few of their cattle down, but now they're fully loaded and got high purpose to get in the playoffs. The same with Leeds as well. So Warrington are high purpose in terms of trying to get to the top of the ladder. So to put performances in against teams that have so much purpose still left in the season has been really pleasing, and that'll be no different this weekend, because I think Leeds are going to have to go pretty much unbeaten, is it, or 3 of the last remaining fixtures as wins to get in there. So once again, it's going to be a massive challenge, but one that we're certainly looking forward to.
Yeah, and on that challenge as well, it wasn't that long ago, Mike. I think it was 8 games ago we were at Headingley playing Leeds last time around and pushed them so desperately close, going to that golden point. I mean, is that in the thinking and the memories at all when you prepare for this one?
No, not really, because it's funny, really. I think the first few times we played Leeds, it was slightly different in terms of what they had to offer, certainly in terms of what we had to offer. And now that Brad's come in, it'll be different again. So the same personnel, but slightly different look in terms of how they're playing. To be honest with you, I think they're bringing more intensity, certainly in their defence. I thought there's a couple of additions in there in Bentley and Watton that have really added some legs in the middle of the field for them. So they've got the punch and power through Sangare, Lasoni, like they've always had. But I think the legs that they've got now in terms of Donaldson and the 2 blocks I just mentioned there it gives them a really good balance, I think.
Yeah, and then just finally on the last game, and it being at Plough Lane, there's so much going on with it being our inclusion day, one club, looking like a set for a fantastic crowd. So hopefully not an exciting day just for London Broncos, but for London Rugby League as well.
It's a massive day. Obviously we've got the inclusion part of the day going on. It's a bit of a sad day. It's the last time that people are going to see this group play together, and certainly it's a changing cycle for me because I see it as when I took over, most of these blokes were with me, and naturally you have a cycle of a turnover going into last year, but many stayed with us, and then as well been documented that a lot of these blokes will move on. So it is the end of a small era, really. And I think it's important that we, I've said it all along, we stick together through this, through obviously the difficulties we've faced, and it's the last one together now, the last time the crowd will see us play in Super League, certainly in the foreseeable, so I believe. And it's certainly the last time this group will be together. So just encourage everybody to get down really, and let's try and go out on a high.